Bring, bring, ring, 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 ring.
Hey, why are you calling me?
It's been a while, bro. It's been
I
a
thought we
while
like
that we've
broken up and
connected.
shit.
The what?
I thought we
The
like
what?
broken up and shit.
I heard that story.
Yeah, me
That
too.
we broken up and we Boostsa is no longer and we haven't been making content and
And apparently we are together again at one event.
yeah, all of a sudden, it's a golden fucking reunion. The old age almost come back together. Where did this bullshit come from? Okay, hold on. Before you even answer that, we just have to tell everybody what's going on. What's up, everybody? Boost SA. Um, I can't say we're back because we've never been gone. All right. The reason we're doing this, Bash and I are doing this, is because we're still here doing the same thing we always did. What I think is different, though, is that a lot of old heads still follow the content. The new youngsters that are out there killing it in the photo and video scene, those guys don't know Boost to say like the older guys. And we have to be okay with that, right? We have to deal.
Yeah.
We're getting old. We're getting old. So where did
You're getting old.
you heard the story about we've broken up and now we're back together? You heard this bullshit story from somewhere.
Yep.
Where did that
This was we were at robot racing, and there was
Yeah,
someone recording a live video, but we didn't take note because we are live in the action and we're shooting and we're chatting to one another. So
yeah.
we're not
We
watching
don't
the live
interact.
because
It's
we are live.
we can't hear shit.
Yeah, and so obviously when I went back home and then my partner, she says, "Listen, uh, did you hear the live?" I said, "How could I have heard the live? Because I was live by myself there." And she says, "No, but she overheard something about we were broken up and we rejoined again on the track." And I was like, "Where did you hear this bullshit?" I was like, all it was just COVID, and we had responsibilities as adults, and then that doesn't
Yeah,
mean we broke up. You know, we still had coffee, we still phoned each other now and then.
yeah.
Things happened in our lives, you know, over the
And
past.
if you look at the Boost SA socials now, we've never been guys that are watching us will know. Guys that have been around following Boost SA for the longest time will know. We've never been big on YouTube. Never ever. We really haven't been.
Yeah,
But a lot of stuff goes to socials. And the following has been excuse me, the Boost SA following has still been growing constantly, consistently over the years. That's because I still post content, you still post content,
I do.
to Boost Day. But more often than not, you'll be at a racetrack when I'm not there, or at a drag strip, or at a car meet, or at a park, or for whatever, and I'll be somewhere else shooting something else. So we might not be shooting together, but we're still out there making content, doing car stuff, doing what we love.
And we just obviously not aligned because at the same time we one person each and we can't split ourselves in multiple directions. Sometimes we have to
Yeah,
coordinate as a team to realize, hey, listen, there's two things happening on this day. What do you want to
yeah,
do? You want to cover that, or whatever the case may be, or I'll send a
yeah,
message to say, hey, are you going for this? Yes, no, okay, fine,
yeah,
I'll cover that event.
yeah. And
As you get
even
older,
we can't move as fast as we used to.
nope. Especially with these youngsters. What's up with these young? What, what the
These
hell? I
youngsters
can't keep up.
when
There's a
they
whole crowd rushing for a burnout, and I just see everybody's asses because I'm not quick enough to get to the front of the line to do that burnout video. And I'm like, I was, I realized at that point how privileged we were because attending events and being VIP and being
yeah,
on the start line where we get to record and shoot these things with no interruptions. And
yeah.
all of a sudden, you got all these fanboys and everybody's cell phones, and I'm like, how do you compete with this?
You don't. You don't. And some of the guys, look, I really want to give a shout out, and I'm not going to name names. A lot of the guys that have come on the scene, look, when Boost SA started, and we're talking about 14, 15 years ago,
Yeah,
um, there weren't a lot of people doing this kind of thing. There weren't a lot of people. There were guys out there. I mean, Raceweb was
yeah.
out at the time. There were obviously the magazines and things. So that's what you had. And Boost SA came along, and we sent a lot of the stuff to social media as it happened. There's an event today. We shoot the event, 2,000 photos on the internet by tonight. That's how we used to roll at the beginning. Then we got older and it slowed down a little bit. But in those years, equipment has changed. It's so easy to pick up a cell phone and make a clip.
Shoot.
Back then it was just Facebook. When we started, it was just Facebook. Do you remember? There was no
Yep.
Instagram. There
There was
wasn't
no
any kind of
Instagram at that
Instagram.
time.
Now there's Instagram, there's TikTok. In the middle, Snapchat popped up and disappeared somewhere. But at the moment now, Instagram and TikTok, and people do not struggle to get content anymore. Anyone is posting, anybody can post. And just by virtue of the tools that are out there, I can just aim this thing, press that button, and I got a 4K clip. But
And it's live.
we were shooting on 720p on a good day. So
Not only that, we had the
shout out
best
to all
followers on
the
dial-up
new guys.
connection.
And I don't want to say the new guys, but the guys that are out there now, they know where they are now. We'll talk about it later on. Resistance, them killing it with their videos. Love this stuff, but we can talk about it later on. But there's guys out there with their gimbal machines and their steady cams and all this stuff, murdering the content, and I'm here for it. I'm all about more content, more motorsport stuff, and always going to be supportive. I physically can't do those things anymore, but I'm there to consume. So shout out to all the new guys that are on the scene, carrying the scene and opening up new avenues for motorsport. For motorsport stuff. You guys are killing it. You off center on your camera. You must go this way. There
Sorry,
we
I was
go. In the middle.
trying to use an ashtray. Old people stuff.
So what's your take on the scene nowadays? Fighting your way through cell phones and photographers and all sorts of stuff.
There's one thing I realized, and I not to pat myself on the shoulder or anything, but I realized with our experience, we tend to know prior how something is going to work out. Meaning that if I see a guy jumping in his car and you know the guy and what's his move and what his intention is, I tend to move myself 2 minutes before the time to the spot that I want to shoot that's going to have the best outcome, whether it's a photo or video. And it tends to help. And then it's me alone, no crowds, no fighting with crowds. And then I realize that everybody's behind the car trying to shoot the tire doing a burnout. Well, I'm trying to get the front end and the smoke at the back, and using plain experience or knowledge on how we've done it over the years. And that's how I try and change content nowadays. It's no use. Look, we were all in that position, so I can't put anyone down. We were all there. We were all fighting to get the best content to put it out there. Obviously, the stuff is more accessible to the younger guys now. I mean, shout out to them. It's way easier for them. And I love what they're doing because we used to do it back in the day. I mean, we don't have the strength and the resources to be at every single event.
Being old as cuck, bruh. Being old as cuck.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there. And I've myself, and what's the funny thing is I heard it in a group. I mean, I belong to a lot of groups, WhatsApp groups. And over a stage when it was COVID and after COVID and a whole lot of things started happening, I stayed off socials because I started viewing my stuff on WhatsApp statuses because it felt more easier. It was less admin. Don't see comments. All I see is status updates. It's either a video. I don't have to worry about comments or anything of that sort. And I was happy with that. I was like, okay, this is cool. And I mean, I had a lot of relevant people on my WhatsApp to be happy watching those WhatsApp statuses. And then I realized, and then I got jealous. And then I see these guys started attending these events. It's like, something started beating in you and the blood started flowing. I was like, why didn't I know about this? And why didn't I know this event is happening? Only to realize I became a WhatsApp status person, and I realized, shit, algorithm has changed on social, so I need to get back on it and start posting to getting to know where things are happening at the moment. And it was just a pure.
So you have to be in it to know what's going on, and personally, right? So years ago, Boostsa, and I want to get to this as well, about the Boostsa audience, if that's what we want to call it. But we're always doing the Boostsa content has always been. It started off with car shows and stunts, then it got to drag racing, fell into spinning and drifting. So mainly those things we've tried and we've done just because we like it. We like all forms of motorsport, right? And just because we do it, we like it. We'll go shoot a rally, or we'll go shoot a hill climb, or we'll go shoot circuit racing.
Or motocross.
Yeah, because we enjoy that kind of thing. But I've noticed that the way the Boostsa audience has built itself up and the people that sort of resonated with the content, Boostsa for the most part is very drag racing orientated, right?
and
So
spending.
an example. Wait, I'm getting off the point now. I want to go back to where we were. So that's the content that we were shooting. But then luckily and fortunately, like you were saying that how you sort of um how you've grown as a photographer and being in the scene and that kind of thing, you start to realize, well, the shot is over here. I need to do this. I need to do that. I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to shoot with a couple of major, bigger race car teams, right? And the bigger race car teams weren't specifically drag race cars. They were
Yeah.
circuit races. They were riding hill climb. So I would then I started shooting extreme supercars, and I would move around the country, Joburg, PE, wherever the racetracks is on a monthly basis, and that is the new content that I was getting. But the Boost SA guys, honest, real talk, never gave a fuck. I would post
Nope.
insane Porsches. I'd post Lamborghinis. I'd post McLarens and Ferraris. Guys did not care. Boost's audience was hardcore drag racing guys, and I'm cool with that. I get it. I understand it's the audience that we built up, and it's what you and myself and a lot of the other guys that are in the circles that we run in. Those are the cars we know. We know
Yeah.
the Corollas, we know the BMWs, we know the Fords and the Nissans and the Opels. We understand those cars. So we'll follow those cars. And Boostsa has stuck there. I can put even with the drifting, we like drifting a lot. Boostsa audience does not care. It's a very small section
Uh,
that cares.
Small percentage. Yeah.
Very small percentage. So what we've realized is, and this is a talk to everybody out there, what we've realized is we know the most of our following. We appreciate your love over all these years. We really do. But we sort of realized a lot of you do like the drag racing. A lot of you do like the spinning. And there is the stance out there. And our stance, Bash, that's more your thing. I do
Yeah.
like seeing it, but I prefer the faster stuff. I really do. So can you hear
Me
my
too.
doggies
I've loved
barking
it
in the
over the
background?
years, but do you know what I mean? It was a secret obsession which I've always loved. I've grew up in it with family members, like building cars and being in
Yeah.
there. So there was a secret love passion for it. But sooner or later, it grew into what do our followers want to see? What do they
Yeah.
want to see? And unfortunately, for me, it's like I, I need to grow that following in some other avenue or boost. They say, there is people that
Yes.
want to see other content, updated content, and we need to get it out there to them somehow. If we want to stay in the how do I call it
Yeah.
in the race, we
Yeah.
gotta
Nice one.
broaden our yeah
Yeah.
we gotta broaden our how can I say our gathering, our people, our
Our
followers,
horizons. Our
our
horizons.
variety.
Look, I think, like you said the other day, I think that look, with the way social media works, with the way algorithms work, and we've learned a lot of it over the years. I think Boost is. I haven't even checked the numbers. I think we're on 75,000 followers on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
Instagram is somewhere around 20,000. It's not the biggest one in the world, not by a long shot,
yeah,
But the guys that follow for a certain reason, right? And you have to respect the reason that they follow. So if it's mostly drag racing, spinning, a little bit of drifting and stance, that's the content that we're going to keep there. Every now
yeah.
and again, look, Bash and I, we like all kinds of motorsports. So listen, forgive us if we post a hill climb. Forgive me if I post a McLaren. Forgive Bash if he does a motocross or something. We all, because there are still people out there that like it, but for the most part, I think Bash, I think you'll agree, we're going to concentrate mainly on things like the drags, the spinning, and the drifting and the stance for Boost SA.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we've always done that. We've always stuck our roots.
Mm.
It's just that we're
With
coming
that
back
being
out again.
said, with that being said, something that we've not done, and we've been, YouTube has never been our thing, right? We've got the channel, we had the channel since day one. It's just not something we ever really posted to. Not for any reason. We don't dislike it, but we had Facebook and we had Instagram, and then another channel to posting to YouTube. It becomes a bit too much, man. We understand that it's something we have to do if you want that kind of channel to grow. So Bash and I have been talking, and this is why this video is coming out now, is first of all to say that there was no kind of fucking breakup. We didn't have a fight and Bash stormed out the door. None of that cuck happened. I don't know where that came from, but it's always good. We've always been good. we are going to pick things up a little bit on the YouTube side because this guy, for some reason, wants more YouTube. I'm cool with it. I'm okay, but I've always been happy on normal socials. But I understand that YouTube is another platform that we maybe need to capitalize on. And there's a lot of people that will watch YouTube that don't necessarily have Facebook or Instagram or any kind of socials, but they're
I
on
don't want the
YouTube.
extra admin.
Yeah, 100%. So I think this is Bash and I saying we are going to bring more content onto YouTube, and we hope you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely down for that. I think I'm hungry for YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm tired of watching other people. I want to be on there showing people. Yeah.
We could have before. Oh, hold on. Just let me see if I
Hey,
can pull this up
and by the
quickly.
way, we were on YouTube back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
I
was
think
just
YouTube
bits
is
and
like
pieces. Yeah, it was just like bits and pieces.
without us doing anything. I think without even trying. I think YouTube is on 9,500 subscribers or something. But that's with us putting literally one video every 3 months or something silly. You know, if you look at the time span we've been on YouTube and the amount of content on there, it's nothing. I want to
Yeah.
show you. I want to show you something, Bash. Maybe I can just show you some old school footage. It's hard saying old school footage. Watch this. Wait for it.
Oh snap!
You remember this? Wait for it. Wait for it.
Damn.
Here we go. Is my diga?
Can we do another one?
Wow.
Can we do another
That
intro?
was another intro, a different one.
No, I mean that was a cool intro. I meant like do it again.
Oh. So that was the intro that we used. We had a television show on Ignition for about like a year, and then we
Yeah.
did car content from Cape Town and around Cape Town. That was the intro that we designed for the show. We were a lot younger. I wasn't gray. I had a little bit more hair than this. Yeah, we were both a lot younger.
Show us.
So
You got a cap on. It still looks the same.
Does it?
Do you want to tell the fans? Do you want to tell the fans? Do you want to tell the guys what I want to plan to do?
This fucking guy, this guy sends me a message the other day. Hey, I've got a video shoot for us. I'm like, okay, cool, because it's work. This is what we do now. I'm like, what's the video shoot? He wants to go shoot a hair transplant clinic. One of us is going to have to be the guinea pig. It's not going to be me. Fuck that.
The doctor said this piece here and this piece he can do for me, and he says my part will be like much better. It allowed me to run faster after the cars while shooting it.
Losing hair. You're not losing your hair. I don't understand where you're gonna. Was there ever hair there where you pointed now? Was there hair there before?
Yeah, like back in the day, like way back in the day. Yeah.
No, I don't see that being a problem, eh? But hey, you do you. I'll film the whole fucking thing. You do that. I don't want to go anywhere near that because summertime is coming and I'm just gonna shave all of this off again. Like
listen, you remember you went and plucked your nose hair? You got to support me on this one. I supported you on that. You got to support me on this one.
100%. But I'm gonna make a fuckload of jokes. That's for 100% sure.
I'm just dreading the pain.
I've seen stories about when the guys do it. It's a bit sore afterwards, but not like crazy painful. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable. You must look after it, but I think you'll be all right.
Okay, on the manly topic subject.
Yeah.
What's your take about these guys? Have you seen the last BMW event, the Heritage Day thing at SMG in town?
Yeah, I couldn't go because I was shooting something else that day, if I remember. I wanted to go, but I couldn't.
I was there. Look, whenever there's an event there, it just goes crazy, and there's cops and people's pulling over, and it was just mad. And you know that at these events, the guys just go crazy and want to show off. And give something for the crowd and do the burnouts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the times the parking lot was full, so the guys used to burn out on the road, and the cops hated it. They hated it with passion, and it became to a point
I'm
now where
surprised
whenever they
BMW
knew,
let them fly.
look, a lot of guys got caught over the time and things. But what I liked about the SMG in town, they changed the whole concept around this time because they know there's always cops there and people are getting into trouble, and people want to attend the event and want to see what's cool
Yeah.
and what's happening and what new vehicles are coming out of M3s and stuff. And guys love doing it. The BMW guys, they know there's an event, they rock up in numbers. And I like the fact that the venue knew what was going on and they knew the cops were going to be there. And because they're on private property,
Yeah.
they allowed the guys to go crazy in the parking lot, and according
I
to
saw
section
that.
of, yeah,
I
that
saw the
was,
post.
they
The
got
recent
some
couple
mad
posts.
loud. The cops didn't like it because obviously
Yeah. They
it
couldn't
was
give
on private
tickets.
property. They couldn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. I just think that more events should consider something like that. If they want to have a
Yeah.
hookup and
Look,
things.
there's a lot of red tape that comes around doing something like that. Yes, it might be private property, but just because it's private property doesn't mean that you can skirt certain laws. You've still got to take safety into account and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So we're not going to get into that. Shout out to BMW at SMG in Cape Town for actually making a place available not on a public road. So that was kind of cool. That was good to see.
No, that was cool. That was
That being said, what's coming up events wise? I know you and I are heading out to Saldanha on Saturday to
Sunday.
go shoot the. I mean, sorry, Sunday. You're right. To go shoot the day drags over there. It's not a normal regular Saldanha event. It's a private sort of not private drags, but a smaller Sunday event. Although you do get to run 800 meters, it's not a timed event. It's a heads-up racing, so that's going to be fun. Luckily, it's not raining, or at least the weather report says it's not raining, so we're going there. What else are we doing? What's coming up soon?
There's Visa Bossa Hunt, the spinning and the racetracks that's happening on the 4th.
Please say it again.
Visa Bossa Hunt. If I remember correctly.
You got it so wrong. It's a VC owns a bus. That's what it's called.
VC.
VC owns a
Oh,
bus.
sorry. I was trying to remember
Yeah,
what I was looked on the flyer and I was like, went with the best. I said, let me go with
yeah,
the best one here.
yeah. So yeah, we got that in. I think it's the 1st of October, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
And I'm looking forward to, I know it's a bit 3 months away, but I'm excited that Tariq from Cape Town's gave out the venue details. So that's going to be a
Crazy,
big
right?
one.
I'm gonna
That's
let
going
me
to be
just let me just
crazy.
be let me be honest. Yeah, I knew about that venue like months before they posted it, but just couldn't say
Oh,
anything. Yeah, so it's gonna be wild. All the tier boys are gonna come out. All the boys that have been crying, oh no, tiers are bad. They're all gonna fucking be there anyway.
yeah, they're gonna
Because they
be
like
there.
it so much.
There's no two ways about it because
Yeah,
the itch fever wants to see who's pitching up and why are they different and why were you allowed in
yeah.
here, and it's gonna be fun.
The other thing
Can't
about what
wait.
I'm noticing about events and promoting events, you're always going to get haters that are going to hate on your event for whatever reason,
Yeah,
but they're still going to be there and they're still going to buy a ticket because they're going to want to see what can I hate on and talk cuck about afterwards. So in my mind, hate all you want. You're buying a ticket, come. So, but you buy
they
those tickets, get
yep.
that bag.
They don't understand the ripple effect that it has afterwards as well.
Yeah,
You're just
the
giving
more
more
shit
love
they
to the
talk,
people that
more
hosted the event.
people see it, right?
They're just giving more love to the people that hosted the event. That's all they're doing
100%.
without them even realizing it.
So between now and then, as Visio and Sabas, I'm gonna go up to Joburg, Kyalami. I'm gonna go shoot the 9 hour enduro. In that,
Oh, I want to do that.
it's gonna be fire. 9 hour. Well, it's a 3 hour on the Friday, a 3 hour enduro, and then the
Yeah.
Saturday is a 9 hour enduro. Those
Yeah,
things
but
are
the 3 hours
hard.
is a different class of vehicles, right?
I'm not 100% sure how they're going to run it. I'm not sure if they're running same vehicles or different class of vehicles. I'm not sure about the ins and outs. All I know is I'm shooting 5 hours straight, 1 hour before the 3 hour, the 3 hour, and then the hour after, and then the 9 hour the next day. I'm going to be so broken. I'm going to sleep that plane ride broken when I get back. 2 hours,
Yo,
you're
I'm
going to have
gonna.
to wake me up to get that plane.
I
It's going to be
love the
wild.
enduros. You know why I love enduros? Because it's the closest that we can get to Formula One action, like
Very
legit
true.
Formula One. People don't realize it,
Very
but
true.
That's the closest you can get to Formula One, because some of these guys or the cars that they build, that they put out there to withstand that 9 hours, is on F1 level basically.
It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of the
And
cars that are going to be
yeah,
there
and the
are cars that.
teams that they put together and the cars that they build for this thing, pretty close to
So,
F1.
just to give you an idea, the cars that you would have seen was last weekend at Extreme Festival, Extreme Supercars. A lot of
Yeah,
those guys, they drive a lot of GT3 cars, that kind of thing. They'll be competing in that, and those GT3 cars are designed to do that kind of thing. They're designed to go lap after lap after lap for 9 hours straight. So those are the kind of cars out there. But this is what you and I spoke about earlier on. Boost SA guys do not give a shit. They just want to know, where's the lift back? Where's the 2J? Where's the butter? Where's this? That's all they care about. Where's the burnout? So,
yep, that's
but
all
this is
they
what
want.
we've got going.
Yeah,
What else we got is those. Just for now, those are the big ones, I think. That's
yeah,
happening,
those
and
are
then
the
robot
pretty big
racing.
ones. Or everything else is your more intimate stuff, where your breakfast runs and your hookups
Yeah,
and Sea Point Sundays and
yeah.
that type of thing. So hopefully the guys see us more, because I will be posting some stories on wherever those smaller events are of whatever's
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, another event, sorry, is also going to be Power Series at Killarney. A new event that's jumped into the Power Series calendar for those that are interested is the BMW Cars Only event. So it's a new race. It's a new race for Cape Town. I think they've had 2 races so far. They had the inaugural event. No, they've had one
Yeah,
race so far.
one
The
race.
inaugural event, and that was super positive. There were over 20 race cars, and specifically BMWs, some of the fastest ones in Cape Town. And that event is growing from strength to strength. So they got the second one happening at Power Series. I think that's on the 19th of October. We're definitely going to be out there with BMW Car Club Cape Town. So follow their socials, because they should be posting more about the event. So that's going to be wild. I love that event. That's new. So that's good to see. That's also something coming up if you like BMWs.
Yeah, what else is happening?
I've got a calendar here somewhere, but I'm not going to open it up now. But other than that, some place that you and I, usually when Bash and I see each other is at robot racing. It's just super easy, right? We're at robot racing, we're on the so, and that's when all the reels come from. Bash will take reels, I'll take reels, and that's reels. It's just nice, easy, entertaining content that we know you guys like. So we'll do more of that. But with that being said, we might want to do a few more, slightly more structured things. Like we'll find a car at robot racing, we'll find a driver. And guys, robot racing, I know we know you guys are there for speeds. We know you want to go fast, but we like the burnouts, man. I know it's, burnouts don't make you car faster, but we like the burnouts just for content.
The fans
But
love it.
the fans do love it. But Bash and I want to do something a bit more structured. We'll find a driver, we'll find a car, and maybe do a video on that car. And we're not talking about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes max, like
Yeah,
feature videos on the evening, maybe 1 or 2 features for that night or something like that. We've done it before. We've done it once before, well, a couple of times before. It's just not something that we just did often, So I think we're just going to make a concerted effort to do it more often, and it would be something regular. And if you guys like it and share it, because that's what makes us do certain things. If we post some content and it's not liked and it's not shared, then we know it's not that we want the vanity. Yes, it's nice to get lots of views and likes and shares, but the whole idea behind it is, if it doesn't get views and likes and shares, it means you guys don't like it. So what's the point
yeah,
of posting it? You know what I mean?
yeah,
So we're going to do a couple of things, and if it's something that grabs your attention, then we'll do more of it. And maybe you guys can suggest what you guys want to see more of.
yeah, definitely.
So I think that's us for tonight, bro.
Yep.
We were meant to do like a 10-minute thing. We ended up here for half an hour.
I'm sure we can go longer,
Anyways,
but I mean, don't
now we
bore the
can talk
guys.
all night.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of guys will be logged off already. But for those that stuck around until the very end, thank you very much. We
Thank
appreciate
you
you. We love you
guys.
a long time. This will go into, we're going to put this on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to stick this onto YouTube and then share it to Facebook. And then I need to I'm going to maybe somehow juggle around the YouTube channel just a little bit. I know we've got several playlists and stuff. I've been thinking about deleting a few videos, but at the same time, I'm thinking, is it necessary? People will just see what's currently posted. If they want to go back into the archives, then they can. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the channel as it is. We'll just post newer stuff and add different playlists.
Yeah.
Sweet. We'll be in touch, Bash. I want to give you a call tomorrow. We'll stay in touch about Saturday and Sunday. Fuck.
Sunday.
We'll stay in touch about Sunday and Saldana Drags. What do you think about doing a feature on a particular car? You think it's something we should do?
Yeah, I think we should because I've seen some posts where some 9-second Kilani guys want to go out and test on the 800 meters, so that'll be fun.
Yes, Mr. Mauser in that Audi of his, that thing.
Yeah, there is
rips,
a few other guys.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing is
Okay.
solid. I think there's a
Be good to
TTRS
see what they
as
do
well.
over 800 meters. Yeah. Okay. So we'll chat tomorrow, and I'll see you Sunday.
Sunday. Coolio.
Sweet. Cheers, Obi.
Safe.